Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a interesting story I wanted to share with you and that I thought you might all enjoy. It's about this little girl here that you can see, my Princess Charlotte sculpt, and she's by Nikki Johnson. I have two stories I would like to share with you this week. The first one today is a story about taking a reborn out in public and what that was like, to a very, very public place with lots and lots of people. It was very busy. And my second story, which will be in a few days, is something that I will be talking about someone very special who I met recently in the Reborn world, and I'm going to be uploading that video in the next few days. So stay tuned if you'd love to know who this very, very special person in the Reborn world that I met. So that will be out in a few days. So this little girl I took out to a very, very public place on the weekend. I was with Brett and we were having a little social gathering with a few other people, which I'll talk more about in my second video. And I brought Charlotte with me. So I walked in with her and she was dressed exactly the way she is right here now. But she was wrapped in a little pretty pink blanket that had satin trims on it. And it was so interesting because I had her just, carrying her in my arms, sort of like upright, not laying down, but upright. And because she's a little bit of a bigger baby, she's not like a really newborn baby. So when I have the slightly older babies, I like to hold them like against like my shoulder. I don't like to hold them horizontal. I like to hold them up vertical and hug them towards me. And it was so funny because there was this whole group of people that were right behind me, and I had my back to them, so I couldn't see them. But all the people on the table were looking at the reactions that my baby Princess Charlotte was getting from all the other people in the group, and they kept sort of like, I did occasionally like look at them, so I did see them occasionally looking, but they obviously saw the most of it, the reaction, because they were facing towards them. But they kept like staring at my baby, and they kept like, I think they were trying to work out if it was real or not for a long time. And then obviously, I mean, over time, after we were there for a few hours, you'd think that, it would be quite clear that it wasn't real. But they were just so baffled by her so much that people were apparently, like, people who were sitting further away from me were apparently getting up, walking over, trying to and grabbing like a menu, but they weren't even looking at the menu and they were just staring at my baby. And then they were like pretending to look at the menu, but they had their head facing towards my Princess Charlotte. They weren't even looking at this menu that they were holding. And then they were putting it down and like walking back, and they were just like trying to suss her out to see what the heck this is. And I did overhear them saying, "Oh my god, what is that?" Like, I heard all these little murmurs and that, and then I did hear one of them say, "Oh, that's a bit creepy. I'm not sure." Like, when as soon as I hear the word creepy, that shuts me down. I'm like, because if that was all positive, I probably would have turned around and said, "Oh, hi. I see that you're inquisitive about my baby. Yes, it's a reborn baby and blah, blah, blah." And I would have talked about it, let them hold it and that. But when I hear the word creepy, I'm like, maybe they're not so open to it. So I don't really like, I don't want to push my hobby on anyone else, or, so a lot of people do find this really, really creepy, and I don't want to creep them out. So, if anyone comes up to me and asks me, that's fine, but I don't want to go over to them and start talking to them if some of them are apparently feeling uncomfortable. And after I left, a few of the other party was still left behind, and they approached them and said, "Oh, what was that?" We were all like inquiring about that baby, and then my party confirmed that it wasn't real. It was what we call a reborn, and they were really just interested to know more about it a little bit. So it's a pity that they didn't actually get a chance to see her and hold her and excuse me, I've got a frog in my throat, and know a little bit more about her. But But, like I said, I don't like to, if I ever hear the word creepy, I'm like, maybe they're not, as open to it. So and I think it was just maybe one person there and the rest were okay. I don't know, but I just thought I would share with you my experience of taking her out in public. It was a really, really busy, I think it was Friday night. It was all these people, and I just really enjoyed. It didn't bother me. Like, I do not care at all. Like, I am getting to the point in my life now where I just do things that make me happy, and I don't care if anyone's looking at me thinking, Who is that lady, or what has she got?" Or I don't care. I really do not care. It's all about me and my hobby and my friends and whoever else enjoys a hobby. I'm not going to let their issues stop me from enjoying myself and having fun in this hobby. So I just thought you would enjoy hearing my story. I just love these little socks that she's wearing with the bows on the front. But I'm really, really excited about telling you the second half of the story, which is really the big, big part of the story, which is who this person was that I met. She's someone very, very special, and she's someone very important in the Reborn community. So please stay tuned for that video. It will be up the next few days. I'm sure you'll really enjoy it. So hopefully you enjoyed hearing about my Reborn outing experience. I don't tend to take my reborns out just like that, like holding them. I tend to, when I go to a doll show, put them in a pram and push them in a pram, or I did hold one at the doll show for a while, but that was, fairly unusual for me. I like to primarily stick them in the pram because I just find it just frees me up and I'm not carrying them around. But that was my very first time that I've taken them out, like, at night at, like, a beautiful trendy pub restaurant type place with lots of people. So that was a new experience for me, but I really enjoyed it. I wouldn't do anything. I would definitely do it again. I wasn't embarrassed. It's just not something I would do like regularly, but it was all right because this was a special person that I was meeting and I wanted them to see her. So, yeah, anyway, if don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed hearing about my reborn outing experience. And don't forget to subscribe if you would like to see more of my amazing babies, and also hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when my newest video is up, and then that way you won't miss out. But anyway, thanks for watching. It's bye from me and this gorgeous girl, Charlotte. She's a Princess Charlotte sculpt by Nikki Johnson, and she was reborn by Sam's Reborn Nursery, who is she's in the UK. So she's an amazing artist. To show you her hair, her painted hair, absolutely stunning. She's got beautiful veining and stuff like that. So she's a real beautiful little girl. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this. Thanks for watching. Until next time, see you later.